181.
Part 2. Episode...
I don't know, 170...
182... 181.
Who knows? It's episode
181.
something.
I'm pretty sure I just deleted episode 180 from this, so it's episode 181.
Okay. I'm Sheila, also known as Sheila D37.
And I'm Wendy, also known as Penny Winnie. And if this is... if this is your first time coming to the show,
we welcome you.
This is the first time watching the show, welcome. And if you are a repeat visitor, thank you for coming back
each week. We appreciate it.
Yes.
So just a few shout outs and notes. Not so much shout outs, but we are still running the September-October knit along. It'll run to the end of the month. Anything that you finished in September or October from stash that was 6 to 7 months old.
And I think that I had accidentally written September and August,
yeah.
But I didn't mean that, so I'm sorry.
It's been changed. So post pictures and we will be drawing 2 prizes.
At the end of the month.
We also have that
Twisted Fiber Studio Kickstarter.
And she's over 10, I want to say.
She has done very well, but we will be drawing in that thread at the end of the month as well.
And the prize comes from her.
Yes, she is going to be giving the prize.
And that's it, I think, right?
I think so. Also...
We don't know any book reviews.
Not right now.
Okay. Just making sure.
I know, it seems like we didn't record last week. We were going to record, but we were having too much fun and we were too tired at the end of the day to drag everything out and record, and that's just the way that it went. So
we apologize, but really, you wouldn't have blamed us.
All of the Rhinebeck goodnesses today.
Wouldn't have been pretty, I don't think. We would have been stressed. It would have been short. It's better off that we waited until today.
Yeah. So plus it was a vacation.
Oh my God, it was such a nice vacation.
So, you know, and doing the podcast, as much as we love doing the podcast, is a little bit of work. So it was nice to have a vacation from podcasting.
It was nice to have a vacation from my family.
It was nice to have a vacation, period.
Yeah.
And even when I came home, my house was even, like, clean. You can't tell now because I haven't cleaned in 2 days, but...
My house was clean.
It was clean when I got home, so that made me happy.
Laundry was done.
Not
put away.
Is unbelievable.
Not put away, but done.
Laundry was not done here. And the kitchen was not clean. But there had been vacuuming, and Jim had, like, cleaned Jack's room and made the bed for Lois, so I was happy.
Well, that's good.
So, anyway, that's it for shout-outs.
On the dance card.
On the dance card. All right. On the dance card for me, number 1, I'm knitting a sock from Desert Vista Dye Works in the Dias de los Muertos colorway, which is Day of the Dead, which is a religious holiday in South America.
The Day of the Dead Halloween or the day after Halloween?
Well, but it's not about spooks and ghosts.
No, it's not. It's about the spirits.
It honors the spirit ancestors.
The people who have passed.
People have passed on, yes. It's like a religious holiday for them. So that's what this is. And I'm knitting the Vanilla Latte sock by a free spirit who runs Absolute Wonder. I don't remember her actual real life name, but her Ravelry name is a free spirit. This is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I like it. It's very simple. Ribbed, and inside the rib is it alternates between purl and knit, so it's kind of gives it an interesting look when you open it up.
Of course, you modified it a little, didn't you?
Yes. On the pattern, the stripes are not centered; they go over, and I have to have everything centered or be symmetrical on opposite socks. So I instead of knitting 6 and then starting the striping pattern, I knit 3 so that it would be centered.
Now, let me ask you, the original pattern, is it a cuff down?
It probably is a cuff down, but I just knit it.
I'm wondering if that's why it's not centered, because it was knit cuff down first.
I don't know. I don't know how it works.
No, I'm just curious. You know, just throwing it out there.
It might be. I don't know. I just I like to knit a toe-up sock. I have a very specific toe that I like to do. I like to do a certain kind of heel. And so I just take whatever pattern I get, doesn't matter, and I will just do the stitch upside down if I have to make it be toe-up. I don't like knitting cuff down. I don't know why. It just seems to take longer when I knit a cuff-down sock.
Well, I like... Hold on, I gotta get a tissue because I'm...
Oh, they're on the couch.
Yeah.
So, that's that. And this was the sock yarn that the friends that we were staying with at Rhinebeck, we all got a skein of yarn in this colorway. And we knit them together while we were at the festival. So that was a lot of fun.
Well, that's fun.
So that was
nice
number one.
to see everybody's different socks.
Yes, it was. That was number one. Number two is the blanket. I'm not pulling it all out because I did not knit on it at all. I brought it with me, but it never came down out of the bedroom.
No, I don't think so.
But I only have 30 rows. I have less than 30 rows until I'm done. I need to just finish it so I can be done with it. Because it's huge.
Oh my God.
It's huge. It's a nice couch blanket. So that is knit out of the Impeccable from Michael's Store Blend, which is loops and pearls or something like that. I don't know.
I don't remember.
It's the Michael's brand, Impeccable. And the pattern is called Spicy Chevron. And it's a free pattern from Lion Brand, I want to say. Or Barocco? I don't know. It's in my project page. I modified it to do what I want to do. I wrote a lot of details in my project page. And I know a few people are doing it, so
yeah,
it's fun. All right, so that's all I have on the needles.
All right, I have a couple of things on the needles. I have my sock, Dia de los Muertos from Desert Vista Dye Works. I am doing my toe up. The reason I do my toe up sometimes is because, like in this, I bought the sport weight. Wendy bought the fingering weight. I bought the sport weight. So I'm trying to make 2 socks out of this. And to show you, it's not quite done. But I have 1 sock halfway done. And I'm doing the other one so that I can figure out where I need to stop or if I need to get another colorway.
Yeah, to do the leg.
To do the leg. I like it a little bit longer. And if it's maybe a little bit longer than this, maybe I'll just bind off. So we'll see. But I'm doing mine toe up with the Fish Kiss Lips Heel.
Fish lips kiss.
Fish lips, fish kiss.
Close enough.
Close enough. Good enough for government work.
Good enough for government work.
And it's funny because it was nice to see, what was it? There was 7 of us. 2 of us got the sport weight and the rest got fingering weight. And one person got
accidentally bought variegated instead of self-striping.
Although I loved how her sock came out.
Yeah, I do too.
It came out really nice, but she also bought it in 100% not nylon added to it. This has nylon.
But if you follow either of us on Instagram, you can see a photograph of all the projects in progress.
Yeah, we put them all together.
To see how different they look.
But what it was funny is Suzanne, who, Knitting Nirvana, knit the same sock with the same weight.
Yeah.
Bigger needles. Her sock was much more... less tight. That's a good way of saying it. As someone put it, mine's bulletproof. Feel this thing. This thing, nothing's getting through this. I like mine tight so that they last a little longer for me. Because I put a lot of wear and tear on my socks.
I like socks tight and it cannot lie.
Yeah. But I did try it on. It fits perfectly. And this is just, I think I did 60 stitches, toe up, 60 stitch stockinette, and the Fish Lips Kiss heel.
Lips kiss.
Okay.
Fish
FLK.
Lips
FLK.
Kiss.
And then cuff till whenever.
Cool.
Sorry. I apologize for my... I shouldn't have...
Anything else on
and here is the devil that's causing my problem.
I know, Oscar's back.
I still have my fake duo cowl. I actually did some knitting on it because we didn't cast on our sock until everybody was there.
Right.
So I did do some knitting. I'm getting there. It's actually, like if I was to close it up now, it would fit.
Yeah, it would. You could be done.
But I still have all this
I would keep going.
Oh,
until, yeah.
Because, I mean, what am I going to do with it? So, I'm getting there. This is the based on the Duo Cowl.
Duotone
Cowl by...
Orange Blossom Yarns.
I look to you for everything.
I'm just the Rain Man of patterns and yarns.
But the thing is...
Don't mind me.
Talk about modifications. I didn't cast on the same amount of stitches. I cast on less. So, basically, it's just a tube knitting the round. 72 stitches. I'm taking a guess at that. I can count them for you, but it's around there. It's just a Self-striping yarn by Snitches. It's the Zoot Suit colorway. Super soft. Knit in a tube.
Cool.
That's all it is. And so this has been kind of put on the back burner so that I can get the socks done because, heck, I'm almost done with a pair of socks.
I know.
I want my pair of socks. These are nice.
I know.
And I think that's it for On the Needles.
Okay.
On the dance card. I apologize.
Rate your dates. I have a couple of dates to rate. First of all, I'm not 100% sure whether I showed that I had finished these socks before. I think I only showed one. Anyway, I knit the Mystic Spiral sock out of Fiber Nymph Dye Works Soft Kitty self-striping on the bedazzled yarn base. So it has sparkle in it. You can't really see, but they're sparkly. So I finished those socks. And then last weekend, not the Rhinebeck weekend, but the weekend before, I went to Stitches East, and I bought yarn there. And one of the skeins of yarn I bought was this black and rainbow yarn from White Birch Fiber Arts. The color is called Fade to Black, but in my mind, this is real Dark Side of the Moon because this reminds me of the Dark Side of the Moon album cover. And I knit the simple skip sock pattern with this.
What does I call it? Skype. But
I knit it toe up. I don't know if I can't remember if the original pattern was toe up or not, but I did it toe up.
I don't know.
And
that's a pattern that could go either way.
I have two. I finished it. I finished these in a week.
You finished it on that night?
I finished it the first night, Thursday night at Rhinebeck. It took me I got the yarn on Saturday. I cast it on Sunday, so it took me Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 5 days. I made this pair of socks.
You're just a sock knitting queen.
All of a sudden, it's the striping.
So why do you need your mom?
Because I need all the socks.
I know.
And because we all know this is not going to last forever.
No, because
I'm riding the wave now,
exactly.
But in a while I'm going to be like, I'm never knitting again.
And then that self-striping yarn's going to be sitting in the stash.
I know, sad. Well, then I'll just give it to my mom and she'll knit
true.
it. So then I made this sock while we were at Rhinebeck, and this is the Vanilla Latte sock, and it is the first of two.
Did you try and match the stripes?
No, but it came out pretty close.
Not bad.
I didn't bother. I could have just pulled out the first bit of this and made them exactly the same, but I don't really care if my socks are exactly the same.
Well, mine are going to be opposite because I'm going from the opposite end of the ball.
Oh, right, because yeah. So.
But it's working out. I kind of like
That's how much I have done. I need to go a little bit farther before I
get ready for the heel.
I need to do maybe 3 more stripes of color before I get to the heel. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I like the feel of this base. I am in love with White Birch Fiber Arts.
You only bought that one skein, right?
I wish I had bought more. Of course, it doesn't really matter because I ordered some yarn from Vesper that is still not here.
Oh, really?
I have to look up and find out why I haven't received it. And I also ordered some yarn from Lollipop, which
when?
On Friday. When she had her update.
Sunday.
Oh, okay. I didn't get anything in the update, but a little birdie told me that she does custom orders, so I sent a message, and I have at least one, possibly 2 skeins that I'm going to be getting eventually. When she does her next dye batch, I'll get them. I'm getting What a Maroon for sure, and when the next time she does it, I'll get Peacock on the Run or whatever it is. So, yeah.
Good.
By then, hopefully I'll still be... I've been cranking out socks like there's no tomorrow.
That's good. I mean, you got 3 pair in
about
3 weeks.
I think it's because I like the self-striping because it's interesting to watch the colors change.
Let's see. Yeah, exactly. Let's see what the color looks like.
But I also think it's because I've found a toe and a heel
that you like.
That work for me that I don't feel like I cannot do a gusset. Doing a gusset is like slow water torture to me. It's like, why? It's still going. But doing a short row heel is like, ba-ding, ba-ding. It's done, and you're on the end. And I've even been doing, I never did long legs, but I've been doing legs the same length as the
foot.
So, because I can.
Yeah. Because you're not sick of it by then.
No, because it's interesting to me. So, I think that must be it. I hit my sock.
You found
I found my sweet sock.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
That's good.
I'm glad because that makes me, and I've been doing simple patterns to keep it interesting. Nothing that I have to follow a chart with or that has a lot of like cabling. Nothing complicated. Just very simple sock patterns. I'm going to try that fruit stripe one, I think, next. So.
See, me, it's got to be stockinette, but that's me.
So that's it for me on the dance card. Oh,
rate
no,
your
rate your date. And while you're talking, I need to go get a few things that I forgot. So go ahead.
I actually have a date to rate. Believe it or not. It's not clean, but it's finished. My baby blanket is finished. Ends have been woven in. It has not been washed. Once it's washed, I'll really finish it. It's not all that big. I mean, it is. It's a nice little crib-sized blanket or a carrier, but it needs to be washed and then just a few more things finished. I'll trim off my ends because those, like I said, have been woven in. It's just an off-white kitchen cotton from the Lion Brand's diagonal blanket. Knit up diagonally. And, yeah, it's got to be washed. I'm not sure what the heck that is. Finished this on Friday night up at Friday. I think it was during the day. Finished this up at Rhinebeck. But so I'm gonna, if I remember, to wash it tonight.
Yay!
Throw it in the dryer. Finish up what I need to do. Get it all packaged up. And send it on its merry little way.
Hooray!
Yeah, I'm excited. One thing off the dance card. It's really nice and soft, too. It's just... You gotta love cotton. It is just so nice and soft.
It's so nice. It is so squishy.
It is. It's nice and squishy. And that's it. That's it.
Excellent.
Rate and date. And like I said, I just have not even a project half done because it's not technically done.
Yeah, Whirlwind Romance. Nothing. Nope. I did not spin. I didn't even bring my wheel. No, you didn't. A couple of us toyed with bringing our wheels, and we were all like, And it's a good thing because I don't think we would have done any spinning. No, everybody was just knitting. We were we were staying up late and running around all day. It was, at the end of the night, you just kind of wanted to kick back and veg. You didn't really want to be spinning. You just kind of wanted to knit and talk, so. Yep. Yeah.
Excuse me.
So, anyway, so nothing in the Whirlwind Romance, although I did buy some fiber, which I will show you during Baubles and Bling. Future dates, I am probably going to knit my holiday-themed socks when I'm done with these striped ones. And I'm probably going to do those in that fruit stripe gum stitch. So.
Holiday-themed.
Yeah, they're red. I think I said.
No, I remember them. I'm just thinking, that would be nice too. But yeah, I got so many other things I want to do.
Christmas-themed socks would be fun. Okay. So
that might be something we can do.
Oh, maybe we'll do a little
next year or something.
Yeah. So that's the only thing that I'm really thinking about. I need to finish my blanket up. I want to get my blanket finished, and then I pulled out a couple of old designs that I have mostly done that just need test knitting and or sample knitting done. So Lois was on my butt. She's like, you need to just finish these up and put them out. And I'm like, okay. So I want to work on those too. That's my goal, to try to get some of those done by the new year. So those are my future dates.
Future dates. At the very moment, I don't think I have anything that I really want to. I think I was talking to Denise, mad about Denise. I think I'm definitely going to be doing a headband because it's getting cold.
Yeah.
And when we were at Rhinebeck, it didn't last very long, but I had my mittens on, and I didn't have anything for my head because down in the parking lot was really windy.
It was.
But I need something for my head, and we all know hats don't suit me well. So I think I'll cast on that and maybe some fingerless mitts.
Oh, that's a great
I
idea.
keep saying that. We'll see. We'll see.
Great idea. Well, my fingerless mitts and hats that you made for my birthday were totally on their first outing at Rhinebeck.
They were out in the wild this weekend.
They were nice and toasty warm. Especially the hat. I love the hat.
The hat looked good, too.
I know. It was a good hat for me.
Was.
I was very happy with it. So, yeah. That's it for future dates. Baubles and bling.
You're first.
Well, let me take you back in time to Stitch.
I was just
going to Stitches East, where I went. My friend Diane and I went there.
That was the weekend before.
That was the weekend before Rhinebeck. I went with Diane and Oz. And first of all, I just have to say that we arrived there during the marathon, which for the last 3 years has been on the same day as Stitches East.
Connecticut Marathon?
I don't know what marathon it is. This is in Hartford. So there was some kind of a marathon. They had streets blocked off, and unfortunately, a lot of the streets were blocked off right around the convention center. This has happened every year. I am not clear on why they picked that weekend. That must be the only weekend they can get. So as we drove, and as I always do, because every year it's different, I stopped and I asked a police officer where we needed to go to get into the convention center, and he told us the convention center is closed. And I said, well, the roads are blocked off around. I said, but there's an event today. And he said, no, there's no event today. It's been canceled. And I said, well, I know that's not true because I looked it up today. And he said, maybe they kept it going in the last years, but this is this year, and there are no events there today, and you will not be able to get into the convention center until after 2:30. So Diane and I were like, I said to him some horrible thing like, shut the F up or whatever. And I rolled because I knew he was lying. So we drove on.
Is this an actual police?
Yes, this was an actual police officer. And then he goes to me, you don't know what it's like to have to stand out here in the rain. And Diane and I were like, yeah, to do your job that you get paid for. That must be tough. So anyway, we kept driving and we couldn't find a way to get in. We ended up going and parking in a residential area where people were parked, but they didn't say like a parking sign. So I was like, I'm going to get towed. We had to walk about 10 or 12 city blocks to the convention center. And as we walk up, people are driving in cars, going in. There was one entrance open, as there has been every year. And so when we went in, we told the people that were running the convention that there was at least one police officer out there who was telling people who stopped that it was closed. And that the events were canceled, and they were really mad. We were not the only people that were told that you couldn't get into the convention center by police officers that were manning the route.
Really?
Yeah, they said it was a complaint, and somebody called the chief of police and complained and said, I know they're not there to give directions, but you cannot be telling people that they can't get into the convention center, because that's just a lie.
Yeah.
So, thanks, lying police officer. I don't know if he thought that was the truth or if he was just trying to be a jerk.
He was lazy.
I don't know. It was crazy, but I was pretty mad. So anyway, we went there. Stitches, our usual thing is I walk through everything once. We go and get a cold drink and hang out for a while. And then we go back through one more time and buy whatever we saw that we didn't buy before. And then we go home. So I was only there from the time that it opened at 10 until probably 1. Mm-hmm. And then we went home and we ate at this awesome diner. Rain's Diner in Connecticut. It was so good. We ordered so much food. It was ridiculous.
I think you were telling me that.
Yeah, we ordered more food. But anyway, I bought 2 things there. I bought this skein of white birch fiber arts yarn in the fade to black colorway, which I've already knit up. And I bought this skein of twisted fiber art in the...
Pretty.
It's the Tasty Base... Classic striping, fingering weight, and it's in the maple colorway.
Reminds me of fall.
And it fades. It does this. See how this has the thing where it fades into black in the middle, in between. It does. It has that kind of fade to the stripes.
Did you see it knit up?
Yes.
You can clearly sell me on a sock if it's knit up.
Yeah, they had all of their samples knit up. So did White Birch Fiber Arts. Every single display had a little mason jar with a tube over it of the yarn.
Oh.
And so you see the tube, and underneath we're hanging the sock weight, the cashmere fingering and the DK sport. They had them in it was a very nice setup. The woman at White Birch Fiber Arts was so good. If I didn't know about White Birch Fiber Arts. If I had gone to that booth first, I would have bought 3 skeins there instead of buying this. This is very nice. I am going to make socks out of it, even though it's cashmere and nylon and superwash.
Nice.
They did not have a regular sock base. But this is only 355 yards, and it cost $39. And I had seen the colorway online the night before, so I knew I was going to get one of I saw them. But compare that to White Birch, which this is not a luxury base. This is just a regular sock base.
Wool nylon, right?
$28. And I think the dyeing effect is just as beautiful as the one that Twisted does. I don't know what Twisted's regular sock base. I don't even know if they do sock base. I don't know what it is, but I had seen somebody knitting socks out of this yarn before, so I really wanted to try it. So I'm not disappointed that I got it, but it has a very high price point. And I like it. I think it's going to be pretty. So those I got from Stitches. Then I went to Rhinebeck. I actually only bought 4 things at Rhinebeck, but you would never know this because the first day that we got there, it's going to be a lot of crinkling, I'm sorry. I went to the Indie Trunk Show in Kingston at the hotel there, and I won 5 skein of Lakes Yarn and Fiber. This is
really pretty colors.
Yeah, this is like a gradient that you can knit together.
Does it come with a pattern?
No, it does not come with a pattern. This is her Hayden DK 100% Superwash Merino, 280 yards in each skein. That's a nice yardage for DK. So that's number 1. I also won 2 skeins of her yarn. They coordinate, but one is, they're 2 different, I'm going to take them out. One of them is Superfine Kid Mohair and Silk, 450 yards, so kid silk lace. And then it has a coordinating skein of Swan, 50% silk, 50% superwash merino, and you're meant to make a design where you use these together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
I know, so I'm totally into it. And I also got 2 coupons, one with each pack, for 10% off in her store before the end of the year if I want to buy anything from her. And she is out of Idaho, I think. Let me get the card. Sorry. It's Lakes Yarn and Fiber, and you can find her at www.lakesyarnandfiber.com. This is the card. That's what I have to cover up the coupon code. There you go. That's what it looks like. And somebody told me she was out of Idaho. Her name is Amy Baubles. And her stuff is beautiful. So I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah, I'd be too.
Yeah, so I won that. I won it at the door prize. Then I bought.
Put your name in? Is that how you won
Yep.
it? Or?
When you came in, I got 1 ticket. Okay. But I was really lucky because there were some people that saw me putting my tickets in, and they were leaving. They weren't going to stay. You had to stay until 8 to get the door prize. Oh. And so somebody gave me 2 more tickets. They were like, just take our tickets. We're leaving. So I was like, all right. I put them all in that bag. But there were quite a few people there, so I was still pretty lucky, I think. I've never won a drawing before, so I was very excited. At Rhinebeck, I got this bump of fiber from Frabjous Fibers. It's called Happy Phantom. And this is on merino. I also bought, I could not resist this loop bat. It's like a very muted rainbow. And I'm sorry our lighting is terrible today because it's gray as dreary. It's got muted rainbow, and between every rainbow color there's black. So I think it's going to be super pretty. It's got sparkle in it. That was from Loop. And then I got another one of the black to turquoise gradients from Fiber Optic Yarns because I sadly washed and felted my cowl that I knit from this hand spun earlier in the year. It's still wearable because I just felted it slightly, but
the detail is lost.
The detail of the lace is lost, so I'm like, I'm going to get something new.
You going to make it again or something else?
No, I'm going to make something else. I didn't enjoy knitting that pattern. And then I got a bottle of Soak in the Lacy scent, which just smells very clean. It's like clean laundry to me. It smells very nice because I'm running out of soap. So that's what I bought. But then I got some more. Lois from Knitting's My Bag gave me this bump of purple from the Happy Hooves Fiber Club by Josette of Enchanted Knoll Farms because it's too much purple and she doesn't like the colors. Mine. So I got an Enchanted Knoll bat at the indie trunk show. I bought this very pale gray lace yarn from Fish Belly Fiberworks. It's her Whisper colorway, and it is called, the color is Whisper, and the base is Brook. It is 70% superfine superwash merino, 30% silk. And I love it. She had a beautiful sample knit out of this same colorway, and it's just so subtly gray. It's almost like a pearl color. It's just really pretty. And the lady from Fish Belly Fiberworks, I met her and she was really nice. It's nice. I'm such a lace yarn hoarder. And then we had a swap in our house. And in the swap, I got Fleur de Fiber.
It's pretty.
In the Aries Oceanus colorway. 70% superwash merino, 30% seashell rayon, and the colorway is called Shy. This is what I got in the, and it's 378 yards of fingering weight. I like it. It's very pretty. I might make something for my baby niece out of that. And my friend Denise was giving away some yarn that she knew she was never going to get around to using. So I got Tempted hand-painted yarn and fiber, Lux Girl, 250 yards, 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon in the Afterglow colorway. I've never tried Tempted yarn before, so I'm like, score. And it's a, I think it's a, is it a DK or
I think it is. It's on 5 needles, I think it just said.
DK or light worsted. It's a DK Sport. DK Sport. I'll find something to make out of this. And that, all that stuff.
All that and more.
I know. Wait, did I get more?
No.
Oh. I'm like, there's more?
No, but you know how like on the Price is Right, all that and more. So that was Wendy's haul.
That was my haul.
My haul is not as big. As a matter of fact, I brought a certain amount of money to Rhinebeck with me, which would include the stay, food, and any purchases I made. I brought money back home.
So did I.
And I like it, but to the point of I brought enough money back home that I spent $100 on a Fitbit.
Good for you!
I do not have it. It is in the mail to me. Hopefully it will be here Friday. I got a lime green Fitbit because I like the lime green for Oregon.
Cool.
So I decided I was going to do something for me.
I have the green Fitbit one.
The lime one?
Yeah. I have lime, pink, light blue, and black.
So I got the lime green one, so that will be coming in. But what I purchased, and this will become a shock to so many, not. Blue Moon! Who the thunk? The only reason I did is I was thinking of buying their Millens Off-White, and then I'm like, do I really, really want to dye? I don't. But I've been wanting this. They have a colorway in the Tipsy Clan.
Mm-hmm.
What's the dark one?
The Raven Clan?
Raven Clan. So they have a Tipsy Clan. And what it is, it's just a smidge of blue or red or whatever color. And I've seen it knit up, and it's mostly white with touches of the color. And the pattern that actually was knit up with this, it looks like any way you saw a color, you did purl bumps.
Oh, cool.
And then you'd knit, and then you come across. So it was really kind of neat. I might do that with this.
That'd be cool.
And then I saw, again, a surefire way of me buying yarn is seeing it knit up.
Yeah.
I saw this knit up. So this is a mill end. I believe it's the Tipsy Clan color way because that's what it looks like. This, however, was not. And their mill ends have gone up too. This is Socks That Rock lightweight. I know, not medium weight, but they didn't have medium weight in this. And this tells you how much I wanted it. It's a similar idea, but it's got all sorts of fall colors. Yellow, red, brown, orange. And again, I saw this knit up. And it's called Wonderful Goodness. And really, it is. It's just absolutely wonderful. It's soft, and I can't wait to make probably socks, although I saw a nice shawl. Saw a hat, but we won't do hats.
No.
Sorry, I can't wait for this. This is just, again, mostly white with splotches of color. But that was my only purchases at Rhinebeck. I looked, and I looked. The problem is I have so much beautiful yarn already. I just couldn't do it to myself. In my swap package, I got Tempted, which I've never tried Tempted, but it's the Good Girl base, which is 100% superwash merino. Hand-painted yarns. This is Ain't Misbehaving. It's a nice green.
Like a dark tealy green.
I'd almost call it like a forest, but not quite.
This is a blue green.
It's got blue-green. It's got almost
to me, it's a really, really dark teal.
Well, when you open it, oh, wow. When you open it up, look at that.
Yeah, that's got navy in it.
It's got some blue. It reminds me of like denim blue.
Yeah.
So I don't know what this will be, but this was what I got for my swap, and I'm happy with it. So I came home with 3 new things and money for a 4th.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's all I got, I think.
You know, I think
yeah.
in a way it was lucky that I won all that yarn because it really
limited you on your spending, maybe?
Yeah, you know, I felt like I already had gotten like a bump of fiber and 5 skeins of yarn day 1 or whatever. And then I got 2 more skeins from the swap. It's like I already had a whole purchase. And also I bought 2 skeins of yarn at Stitches. So that slowed me down a little bit too. But I spent way less than what I brought.
That's good. Yeah, I still have some extra money even after the Fitbit, which will go into... I'm not sure. It will probably go into paying some bills off. Not that I have a lot, but still.
Oh, that's good. But good that you used it to buy something for yourself.
Yeah, I did. I was contemplating it because I was looking at, I have some medical bills that I got to pay. But I'm like, those will get paid eventually. So I'll just throw it back in my account and save it for a rainy day.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, actually, my rainy day account.
That's good.
So that's Baubles and Bling.
And then Crushes and Heartbreaks. Well, of course, my crush was this year at Rhinebeck. I've been going to Rhinebeck since, I think, 2007. Maybe 2008. But it's been 6 or 7 years I've been going to Rhinebeck. And I have to say, hands down, this was my overall.
You say this every year, though.
I know.
Which is good, because it just gets better
I don't
and better.
think I said it last year.
Probably not.
No, this was my hands down best Rhinebeck trip. And overall, I mean, I've had really fun and really negative things happen in all my Rhinebeck trips, like even this year. But I enjoyed where we stayed. I thought it was restful and peaceful. I enjoyed the group of people that I was with. I enjoyed all the people that I got to hang out with at the festival. I touched base with a lot of people. There were a few people that I still happened to miss because Rhinebeck is crazy on Saturday.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But I managed to meet up with most of the people and run into most of the people that I was hoping to see. And Jack, turn it down. And I like the purchases, and I like the fact that I didn't overspend this year. And my best part of all was that not only did I get to hang out with my friend Lois at Rhinebeck, but she got to come and stay at my house so that my kids and my husband got to hang out with her too because they love her. My kids love her. When she slept in my son's room because we have 3 bedrooms and he was going to sleep in the bunk beds, and he said to her, why aren't we sleeping together, Lois? And she was like, do you want to sleep with me? And he's like, yeah. So she slept with my son because he loves her. Oh. She's like an aunt to my kids. So And I'm like, you're going to regret it. But she was like, no, I love it. You know,
Oh, that's cute.
That's how my kids feel about her. So, and, and the other thing is we made a really good new good friend in Becky.
Well, I met two.
I mean,
because I didn't know Tara personally. And Becky.
But Tara, I had met when I went to Maryland. So, and Becky was awesome.
They both were great.
They're both awesome, but I had met Tara before, so I feel like I know her. And Becky turned out to be a lot of fun and hilarious. And we were with our other good friends, Suzanne and Denise. Suzanne, who was Knitting Nirvana podcast.
Yep.
And Denise is mad about Matisse, and then Lois from Knitting is My Bag. And it was the perfect little group of friends. We had the early morning people that wanted to be at the door of Rhinebeck. We had the people who were like, let's just mosey over when we're ready.
Although the first day we were there early.
Well, but not as early as the early people. No. And then the next day, and then we had the people that were like done at noon and wanted to come home, and the people that were like, we feel like staying longer. And there was a group of us that felt like going out on Friday night to the thing. Show. And then a group of people who were like, we're going to hang out by the fireplace and knit, And it just was a really good blend that there was like, and we cooked most of our meals, but we did really simple meals.
Yeah.
And
like one-potters.
Like one-pot meals, crock-pot meals, prepare in advance meals, you know. It was really just
laid back,
relaxed, low key, and just comfortable.
It was.
I didn't want to go home because I was having such a nice time. I
didn't want to go.
I liked staying closer to the festival grounds this year. Nice. That was good too. And I liked doing a little bit before the festival and leaving one day after to have that sort of buffer.
Yeah, I didn't get that choice.
I know. Maybe next
year.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my heartbreak was that Sheila got hurt. That was horrible.
That's my heartbreak.
But and my other heartbreak is that everybody had to go home because we only get to see some of these friends once or twice a year, and
I know, it's sad.
It makes me. I just want them all to move near us. I hate that.
And yet, I bet you they want us to move near them.
I would move near them. No, I wouldn't. I like living here.
Sorry. So
we had a good time.
So my crushes are heartbreaks are similar. I was really excited to get away. I needed it. It was fun to see all my friends again. I have not seen them since February for two of them because I did not get a chance to go to the Maryland Sheep and Wool.
Well, you didn't see Lois since last year, right?
Yes.
Because I went.
Yep. You went up for the summer.
I saw Lois at Maryland, and I stayed.
We're gonna try harder this year to get together, but my son can't go in lake, so we just avoid it. So we'll meet her by the ocean somewhere. So I didn't get to see them, but we talk to them often, all the time. We text and stuff, but it's not the same.
No, it's not the same as hanging out in person.
But my crushes,
your heartbreak.
My heartbreaks, yeah. Not even 10 minutes in. I fell down the stairs twice.
2 different sets of stairs, FYI.
First time was on
day
a
one.
Deck. We were checking out the house, and the deck was slippery.
It had that. It was that.
It was
treated
wet
lumber, and it had moss on it.
It had
moss
on it. So I said, "Let's be careful going down the stairs." I warned Wendy because she's got the knee problem.
I got the bum knee, and I said right afterwards, "Don't worry, I'm not going down those stairs."
But the reason I was checking it out was to see if this was the access point to the
went
house
down.
that we wanted. Well, not only did I go down, I went down. So I had Dansko shoes on, which are known to be slippery anyways, and I slid right down.
And then I looked over the edge after she fell, and I could just see her head at the very bottom. Her body was like underneath the deck. I was like, oh my God. She was laughing, though, so I knew she wasn't hurt.
So that was the first time. Good old Lois got me an ice pack to sit on because I hurt my old tushy.
Yep.
So that was the first night.
The next morning,
it's an old country house. We're knitters, so what are we wearing? Wool socks.
She says to me, I'm getting up now. I said, I'm going to stay in bed. I heard her go out there. I heard her say, hey, Tara. Then I heard, and I thought somebody was pulling a rolling suitcase across the hardwood floor. That's what it sounded like until somebody went, Sheila! And then everybody was like, Denise flung the covers over Suzanne's head like this. Someone fell down the stairs. And I got up. And
Denise was down, and she's asking, are you laughing or are you crying? And at that point, I was crying. Because I am face first.
I come around the corner of the stairs, and I can see Sheila lying face down, one leg bent out to the side, like in a...
I was going to say, was I spread eagle or not? I don't even know.
You had one leg straight, the other one was bent to the side.
Like a 4.
I thought it was broken. Like a 4. I was like, in my head, in that moment, I was thinking, okay, I got to go back upstairs and get my phone. I got to call 911 because I don't know where the hospital is. I'm going to have to contact Cam. I hope I still have his phone number. Like, this is all running through my head because I thought for sure she was going to have to go to the hospital.
No, I didn't. But Denise was like, are you laughing or crying? I was crying. She's like, why? Are you hurt? I said, no, I just feel like
just
a
my
freaking
pride.
idiot. Just my pride. So I got up. I had a nice little welt, and it is a nice bruise now.
Yeah.
I did more damage than I thought, but nothing serious in the sense of it's just muscle
got banged
damage.
up.
And you don't feel that for a couple days, but I did do something to the front of my foot that it's very sore to the touch. Not unbearably so, obviously, because I've been working the last couple of days.
I don't know how she fell.
We're
unclear on what happened.
No,
I mean, we know why you fell, but we don't know what kind of fall she took. Like, when I came around the corner, I thought she had pitched head first down the stairs.
My injuries do not
indicate
which way I fell. So, the first fall was all on my left side.
She
I hit
slid,
my elbow.
she went like that.
The second time, I know exactly. I said hi to Tara. My foot slipped, but I have injury on my left thigh, the bruise. I scraped my right shin, and I did something to my foot. So I don't know if I tumbled and then fell on my face. My wrist
kind of on the side and then put yourself on the ground.
Or I could have rolled over. I don't know. My wrists are fine, but I do have muscle tenderness all in my trunk.
So you might have twisted your body some
to the point where it's getting better, but when I try and get up, I feel like I'm an old lady trying to get up. So, yeah, I was told not to be going up the stairs.
Yeah, she ended up taking a room. She was sharing a room with me upstairs. She ended up staying in the one downstairs room, and I had Lois for my roommate because she was not allowed upstairs anymore.
The good thing is the bathroom and the shower. There were two bathroom and showers. One was upstairs, one was down. I did have to go down the stairs to get out of the house. And at one point, Lois is like, I'm going to go in front of you. I'm like, what? So I can take you down with me?
Like, I'll block your phone. That's a good friend there.
That was the reason why I didn't go to the trunk show on Friday.
I think you would have gone otherwise.
Oh, I would have gone otherwise, but
I
I just wanted to stay home.
We didn't really expect you to go.
I stayed home most nights, and actually I did last the whole day Saturday. I didn't go. You did.
You went with the late group, the people who stayed the long time. So
yeah, so that was my heartbreak on Rhinebeck. And my coworkers, I told a couple of my coworkers, and there was a wellness fair, and they brought me down a flyer on falling. And they're like, this is for you.
2 times.
Don't wear these type of shoes. And it shows a stiletto heel. I'm like, trust me, I don't wear that type of shoe. Yeah, the first time was with my dance coats. The second was wool socks.
The funniest
Let me tell you, I appreciate stairs in a whole different light right now. I look at them and I'm...
Well,
I'm doing the baby two-step where you step down.
That's how I always go down steep stairs now because of my knee. But because I just feel like I just can't fall again. Which is why when you were like, you got to be real careful on these stairs, I was like, I'm not even going on those stairs.
So I do it. But let me just tell you a funny thing, too. So Friday, my oldest went to New York City with the school trip. And I emailed my husband, how did everybody go off? He's like, good, are you having a good time? I said, yeah, but I fell down the stairs twice. He emails me back, did you call Zachary? I'm like, yeah, he's fine. I'm like, did you hear that I fell down the stairs twice? Yeah, you told me. I'm like, oh. And he's like, you need to lay off the sauce. I'm like, I wasn't drinking.
Either time.
It might have been better if I was.
Probably wouldn't have gotten as stiff.
I did get a little bit of sympathy when I showed him the bruise. And he's like, ooh.
Yeah,
like,
it was a pretty... The first fall was...
funny.
Was like a slidey bump fall, which hurt and was painful, but it didn't scare me like when it happened. But when I saw her laying on the floor... You have to understand, the stairs... This house was old. The stairs had no staircase on one whole side. It was like open and you could just like... fall out if you wanted to. So I thought for sure.
And we do think
there was no landing. They were not
no carpeted. And some of the stairs, as you come down, you can kind of feel the give.
And one of them, I noticed, I don't know if I told you this, had a part of it replaced, and it actually was convex. So in the middle, it was a little higher. So if you stepped on the front of that, it was slanted downward.
That's probably what I did.
That's probably
was that
where
closer
you
to the
slipped.
bottom?
It was right in the turn area.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm sure that's what made her slip because I noticed it going down. After that, people were very careful.
Yeah, everybody,
on the stairs.
it was the running joke of the weekend. Be careful going up the stairs. Careful coming
I
down.
know. Like, do you have socks on? Be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. So, yeah, the danger stairs aside, though.
Danger stairs aside. Had a really good time. I can't wait until next year.
Me either. I
did miss my boys. My boys missed me.
Yeah, I missed my kids. My kids came and met me when I opened the car door. They were like hugging on me because they missed me.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I drove home Sunday afternoon. I left about 3:30.
About 3:30.
Got home probably about 6:30, 6:45, 7. But that was stopping at the rest stop. I didn't really hit any traffic and getting some food for the dinner that night. What I did hit, though, is I ran, which is kind of funny. So I don't have GPS because I left it with my husband hoping that he would use it, which he didn't, but that's beside the point. He missed the soccer game on Saturday. We got a phone call from the coach asking if Max was okay. Because Max has never missed a soccer game without us saying something. So I was hoping I was going the right direction because I just took a screenshot of the directions.
Right.
But it didn't say north or south, but I knew I was heading north on whatever route was near us.
Taconic.
Maybe around the Lee area on the Mass Pike.
Yeah.
Ran into traffic. There was an 18-wheeler trailer that had caught on fire.
Oh, my goodness.
I didn't see the fire. I saw the aftermath of it burnt.
Oh, my goodness.
So it was down to one lane for 10 miles.
Oh.
Yeah, I was so glad that I was not going that direction. That was going westbound.
You were just in the rubbernecking side.
I was going in the eastbound. It wasn't so bad. Not too many people were rubbernecking. And then when we get close to 84, there was traffic.
There's always traffic around there.
But otherwise, I was good. I had no problem.
Yeah, Lois and I didn't hit any traffic on the way home. Good. We actually decided not to go to Rhinebeck because we were both so tired. We were like, let's just go home.
Oh, all right.
So we got home here about 3:30.
Oh, good.
So it was nice.
Yeah, it was nice. I'm glad.
We had a good time.
It was. It was a lot of fun. Next time we'll do it for longer. I mean, I will do it for longer.
I know. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a good gang of people, and it was great. Everybody that I saw at Rhinebeck, it was awesome seeing everybody. There are, people that I know from...
Finally got to meet Pat, Looney Hiker.
Pat! I love Pat and the judge.
We met up with everybody that,
I missed a few people. That one lady saw me and she didn't come over and say hello, and I was like, no, you need to interrupt me because I know we're on social media. I'm like, I want to meet you in real life.
I had a few people come up to me in joking manners, like, I'm going to scare you or whatever, but it was fun, and I did well. I don't know what it is. I'm trying hard, but it's just, I just don't like the attention, I guess. I don't know, because I'm just a person like everyone else. And
yeah, and this year, we didn't make it to the whole podcaster meetup.
No, but we did towards the end, and it was
raining a little bit, and we were with a group, and we didn't get there until closer towards the end, but we were there for like a good half hour.
Yeah.
So
we got to see.
And it was my friend Lisa's had a 50th birthday celebration there.
There was a lot of people there. Was that just coincidence?
No, she invited all the people that she knows.
Including the Yarn Harlot?
Oh, well, the Yarn Harlot was not invited, no.
But the Yarn Harlot was there. Did
yeah,
you
I
see
cleared
her?
the Yarn Harlot.
The Yarn
twice.
Harlot, we're sitting at a picnic table, and she was, 2 picnic tables over?
She was the next picnic table over,
Was
but
she?
on the other side from where we were sitting.
So, all right, I didn't realize she invited all those people.
She invited a lot of those people.
Good.
Yeah.
And all of them
A
came,
lot of the people
great.
at our table.
Oh, I was thinking on the other table.
That was just
fluke.
A fluke that they happened to be in the same place, but we had friends at 2 tables, so that was nice.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. So
it was good to see everybody.
And to Gossip and Innuendo, which this is a little bit of. You're going to where? Fiber from?
I'm going to Fiber Festival of New England. I call it NEF, New England Fiber Festival, NEFF. But
When
I think
is
it's
that?
November 1st and 2nd.
Oh,
so it's not this weekend, but like next weekend, I think.
Guess why?
Why?
I'm working.
Well, I'm going with my mom, and I'm going to hang out with my pal. Jess and my pal Amy.
Miss Jess.
Yeah. Amy from Spunky Eclectic is going to be there. I was hoping to run into her this weekend, but she was unable to come because she was taking delivery on a bunch of sheep.
Bleh.
So she was not able to be at Rhinebeck this year.
Oh, that's
But
good.
so I'm looking forward to New England Fiber Festival, and I think that's pretty much it. That's the end of the season until
Early
Spa.
spring, right? Or
Well,
no,
there's Spa in February or March. February is Spa in Maine, up in Maine.
Maybe I could go to that one.
Yeah, we might. We didn't go last year because it was the weekend we went to meet with Suzanne and Denise. Same weekend, but
We gotta plan that again.
I know that was fun.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
And I'm like, Tara, you have to get together with me because
Yeah.
she only lives like 45
I know,
minutes
she
from
lives
here.
right down the street.
I know, I'm like, why don't we kept saying we were going to do it all summer, but we never like did. You know how it's one of those things where you're like, yeah, we got to do that.
Before you know it, the summer's over.
Yeah, because you just never
works out.
never works out. So we got to definitely do that because I think her son and my son would get along perfectly. I think they're very similar. So yeah, but we had fun. It was a good year.
It was a good year.
And here's to more years like that next year. Hopefully nobody will get injured.
Me.
Well, one of the things
No guarantees
I
on that
say
one.
that this was one of the best years I went. This is also one of only 2 years that I've been to New England Fiber Festival. I mean, to Rhinebeck, where I wasn't on steroids and antibiotics. Like, I used to get sick every October without fail. So that has a lot to play into it.
We think that might have been
Allergies.
part of going to the Outer Banks.
Yeah, I think my doctor and I are pretty sure that whatever allergens they have in North Carolina, where I used to go at the end of September, were probably causing me to get sick. And I didn't go there this year. But also, since we figured that out, I've been proactively treating. And I didn't get sick the first year that I proactively treated. So that probably is what was causing it. So there was that. And then last year was unfortunate because on Saturday, I forgot our tickets to Rhinebeck, and after we had driven like 45 minutes, because we were like an hour away, we had to turn around and drive 45 minutes back, get the tickets, drive 45 minutes again. We got stuck in traffic. It was a nightmare.
But it worked out fine. I mean, this year it was so much better.
It worked out fine, but we had cell phone service.
The most part.
But where we were staying.
Yeah, we had Wi-Fi.
We had Wi-Fi. We had cell phone service.
We'd be sitting there, and all of a sudden, I'd look up, and I'm like, "Oh, Becky, your sock looks good," because she'd take a picture of it and post it on Instagram. That was so sad.
Then I was complimenting people on Instagram. I'm like sitting on this same couch as Tara, and I'm like, "I like your sock. I would tell you, but it's too hard for me to turn my head to the right." That was ridiculous. It's like when my daughter and I text each other in the house. She'll be down in the basement. I'll be like, come upstairs.
I haven't gotten there yet. No, it was a lot of fun.
We had a good time. We had good friends. And
me and Lois Saturday took a night off of knitting.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, neither one of us knit.
And we just had good purchases. Everybody got what they came to look for.
I think so. I mean, again, the fold didn't have any Gypsy Girl creations on either day, which is fine. I don't need more yarn, so when I run out of Gypsy Girl creations and run out of yarn, then I will focus on trying to buy it at that point.
And
but I don't need
it. It's not like it's unavailable. It's just
not
complicated.
Yet anyway.
It's just complicated to get.
Yeah.
It's not unavailable.
No, I can get it. Right now, I don't.
So it was a good time was had by all. And it was sad to leave everybody. And it was really sad when I dropped Lois off at the airport on Tuesday morning, because then it was really over. And I was like, it's kind of like the big letdown after Christmas holidays, when you like wind up and you wind up and you wind up and you have Christmas, and then the next day after Christmas you're like,
that's it?
It's
all
over.
That prep for one day?
For one day, yeah. All that prep for
all that excitement for 4 or 5 days, which was totally worth it.
It was worth it.
And I'm so glad that I was able to go for the time I was.
Yeah.
Because originally I thought I wouldn't be able to get there.
Just go without me. Just go without me.
I thought I wouldn't be able to get there until Friday evening, and I was able to get there
Thursday. She drove up at the same time as us, and it was
so
good.
much better. This time, though, I'm planning, as long as I'm not working that weekend, and if I am, I'll have to switch, but I don't think I am by the looks of it already.
Yeah, so you can try to get
I will, well, I'll put in for it as soon as the new year comes along. I'll put in for it. I'll even do the extra Monday just in case.
I would.
Are we still thinking Thursday to Monday?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's hard for people to fly in closer in time. So Thursday to Monday. And Thursday to Monday is good because there's like a buffer zone before and after the festival. You know, you don't have to haul your butt home from the festival and get ready to leave like you did, which is like kind of exhausting. You can have that evening to kick back. And I packed my luggage. I folded and packed up my luggage before I went to bed that night. So all I had to do in the morning was pick up the stuff like the kitchen stuff and everything and put it into my car. I just, it was like a buffer.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good. And it can only be better, I think. That's what I like to think.
Yep.
So
this is our recording. We apologize.
We
apologize that we didn't record there.
We're sorry, but we're not sorry because we were having so much fun that recording really actually would have become a chore, and would have,
and a lot of, as much as we had thought people would like to be recorded, they really didn't.
Nobody wants to be recorded. Everybody's like, why do you do that? Some days it's hard to know, but we had a good time. So.
We did.
If you've never been to Rhinebeck before, it's worth checking out at least once. It's a fun time.
It is.
It is. It's a fun time. So have a great weekend.
Thanks for watching us.
Knit with Heart.
Knit with Heart.
Bye.